going on, everybody? Happy Monday. Merry Christmas. I know we're a little bit early, but you know, gotta get it out of the way because we're only streaming Monday, Thursday. Christmas is Wednesday. But yeah, I hope everybody's doing well. We've got some Plat on the docket for tonight. We're gonna try and make a Christmas cut. Yeah, maybe need a little bit of a Christmas miracle. We'll see. I believe we're heading to an old Christmas tradition here. I mean, let's go and take a look and see if it's... I think it's on Frozen Pond or one of the many variations of this course that's come through over the years. Hey, what's going on, Sparky? What do we have? What do we have? Alright, so it's running water on Frozen Pond, running water. I think running water was the original, and then they did on Frozen Pond, which was like a Christmasified, like winterified version. I think this is kind of a revamped version of running water to be more like on Frozen Pond, but without some of the I think when they did it originally, it had like the super bright grid lines and everything. Was really annoying to look at, but it'll be a tough one for sure. We'll see how much of our memory comes into play here, seeing as we've played it in the past. I'm sure some of the course will come back to us. But we'll try and see if we can settle in, find our swing, get into a rhythm, and go make a cut. I mean, that's the easy game plan. You know, execution is kind of always the harder part of it. But yeah, so we've got stream today. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve. We've got Christmas on Wednesday, so I'm not going to be streaming either of those days. Yeah, just doing stuff with family both days. But Thursday night we'll be back. Next week I think we'll stream Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. Take off New Year's Eve, I believe. But I am off of work until that like first full week in January. So the question kind of becomes, do we do any sort of like daytime streams? And if so, do we golf or do we do something else? Because I think like we could golf, but that's also not our normal time of day. So yeah, I'm not entirely certain if that's the best play, especially because it's like we don't have some sort of like hype scheduled content. I think if we had something a little bit more organized for that, then we can maybe pull that off. But I guess I'm kind of in a, I don't know what I would play, but we have the time, so I want to kind of take advantage of it if we can. If not, I mean, I still have to finish Elden Ring. I technically suppose we could just stream the finale of that. Although that would be a little bit funky considering I've done the entire rest of the playthrough on YouTube. But maybe we do that anyway, just stream it and record it and then upload it if we actually beat it. I still can't believe how much of that DLC that I missed. Like, there's so much on the map and I don't know how you get there. I suppose there is some stuff that I was planning on doing that I just never quite got around to. Swing's in not too bad of a shape. Swing is in not too bad of a shape. I feel like we've been, for the most part here, hitting tempo. Or if we're missing, we're slightly off. It's more the swing plane, which is a little bit annoying, just given how the swing plane is in this game. But we'll take it. We'll take it. Let's go get warmed up. Let's go see what the conditions are. I think that's probably the smartest thing. See what the conditions are for Plat, and then we'll try and find some other society to warm up with. I suppose we could also, as an option, just do some grinding of like ranked or something for fun. Could do some solos, and then if apparently I've never bought any of the holiday stuff. Okay. Could do some solo ranked and see if somebody wants to hop in and do ranked duos with us. It's always an option. We could also, always do some impossible challenge grinding. Let's see what the Plat Tour conditions are for round 1 at least. Thing is, we're gonna round 1 and 2 tonight. If we make the cut, then we'll 3 and 4 on Thursday. If not, we'll figure it out from there. But high, south, and defaults. I don't know what we're gonna be looking at for future rounds, but defaults firm, normal, and pretty quick. The normal green firmness will be kind of nice though. Help to tame that speed just a little bit. Alright, so what do we have in elites? Pelham Downs. High defaults, okay. Firm, 7.5. We're doing 7.9 on Plat. Let's see if Kinetic has anything quicker. I guess 7.9's not. It's alright, because I want to say that the very fast is like 8.2. I think that's as high as it goes. Cooley Reserve. I think one thing I want to do in the next game is like maybe have a little bit more on individual course playthrough stuff. I assume that if we get down to CC, it's not going to be anything too useful for warm up. But we'll check it out anyway, just see what the conditions look like. Yeah, medium, north firm, moderate. Alright, so we'll play, I guess we'll play elite as our warm-up round, and then we'll get after it. I think that's gonna be the way to go. Warm up with elite. We'll take an ad break, we'll come back, we'll hit up Plat, ad break, yeah, just kind of one round at a time. High, northwest, and defaults. Alright, let's see what we got. Hopefully swing feels as good as it did in the actual warm-ups, and then hopefully our ability to hit putts is there. Okay, so the question becomes, what distance do we want to have into this? I think I'm going to go down to the hybrid. Hybrid is actually, yeah. Because hybrid, I think, is going to leave us in a way where we have like a full lob wedge here, and actually like use the wind to kind of help with the spin. Perfect. I mean, that's pretty much exactly what you want. It's pretty much exactly what you want. Yeah, sometimes I've gotten in the habit of just like taking as much club as I can, but there's something to be said about picking out like exactly what you want. If you try and cover this, you gotta take it 350 in the air. 320, 30. I think if we give it a little bit of overpower, there's a chance. Maybe slow, but 103, it's just gonna be if it leaked too far right. There you go, look at that. Almost 365 in the air. Very powerful. Very, very powerful. Because now you're in a position where you can actually get this. Actually get this kind of going. It's a little bit slow. It means we're gonna land a little bit short too. Problem is that the way that cut back to the wind, I think, is what ultimately gets us in trouble there. Not bad though. Not bad from down there. All right, we'll take 2 through 2. Yeah, I think it'll just be about, you know, a lot of it's about playing things smart and knowing like what misses you can and cannot afford. So like here, just on elevation alone, we're right around pin high, and then you've got wind, which means we probably need to go up about another club and take off just a little bit because it's gonna play. And then we're hitting out into it, and then uphill. A little bit slow again. This one not as egregious. Not as egregious of a miss. Okay. I did see that kind of happening, but that more of a test with elevation change and like how I'm trying to take a look at those putts. So let's lay it back a little bit, I think. Like we could go after it, but don't think there's too much reason to. We don't have to realistically here. Because now you can kind of get this in a spot. It's a little fast, a little too fast. That's not even like baby fast. Yeah, not a fan of that input. You have to be controlled. Absolutely have to be controlled. Oh, man. I mean, not much. I mean, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do if that's what they give you? That's unfortunate. That is right there. Yeah, what's going on, Hurt? What up, what up? 377? Can you... I mean, straight on, you'd have to get it to 350. We don't have the wind. We do not have the wind in a spot that we can do that. So I'm just gonna take this 5-iron out here, I think. Get ourselves in a decent spot on the fairway, and then I think it should still be wedgeable. Kind of right on the verge there, pitching wedge. Something right in here and a little bit of D-loft on it. Because we're going to hit into that wind and uphill, so we need it to... I feel like I've been missing on the slow side more often than not. That fast was kind of out of nowhere, but... Come on. There we go. There we go. Who's Jack? It's Andrew McMahon's old band. Did something corporate, and then Jack's Mannequin. Then Andrew McMahon in the Wilderness. I actually think this is the only band merch I've ever acquired. I'm not a huge concert goer. For as much as I like music, I don't go to a lot of concerts, and I really don't buy band merch. But if I'm dating myself, I bought this back in high school. So the shirt's well loved at this point. Probably 11 or 12 years old now. 153. Gonna get a few yards. Something like this. Slow as all get out. I can't get in my head to take the actual swing the way I need it to. And I don't know if that's because I've been hitting it naturally just a little bit slow, so I'm like just in my head about it, but I think that's the case. I think I'm getting to the top of the swing and I'm just like a bit concerned about how to go about it. See, this is an interesting one purely for the fact that I think the driver punch lands short but takes a huge amount of, but it is a weird one. I'm gonna try it just for science here. Because these are always the ones that doesn't run as much as I feel like it should. And maybe that ends up being problematic because it landed short of the green. Yeah, look at that. Basically you actually need to take the partial driver in order to get that to where you want it to be. Alright. Yeah, if we can do that today, that'd be great. That's 2 of them. That is 2 of them from long range. Alright, I need tempo though. Without tempo, we got nothing. Without tempo, things are just about useless. I guess that's not 100% accurate. Like, you can get away marginally with some tempo issues, but you can really only afford to be just a little bit off the mark. Alright, I mean, some of these people are putting up some pretty crazy scores. I just like that's the other way we can't go. So I don't know mentally what has to happen to not do the extremes. But that is certainly like what we're in the business of trying to avoid here today. All right. What is with it? I've got to stop with these tempos. Anywho, we gotta act like we're intending to land there when we hit a bad shot. Bad input, good result. We have to act like it was good the whole time. That's the illusion we need to provide. Ultimately can't be out here complaining about everything. Perpetual disappointment, although I guess that is kind of the brand. 34. Try and take a little bit off of this. Oh, I underhit it. It's definitely going to be short. Okay, guess it was going to be long. Alrighty then. Shows how much I know, which is clearly just about nothing. Alright, this is actually kind of interesting because of the elevation change. Obviously this tree is in the way. That puts you at 350. You're not gonna get there. But off the tee, kind of have to put some draw onto this just to keep it out of the rough on the other side. So I do fear that if you gave that just a regular whack, you might be out the back side of the fairway. Then in that case, we're definitely not making it onto the green in 2. Hybrid's gonna be short. I think if you take something like this, 251, 244, 229, a little bit less. I mean, I think if you give just a little bit of loft to this 3-wood, oh man, the slow. I mean, that's kind of the thing, is you carry a pin high. If you carry it any shorter, it probably doesn't make it onto the green. So we're just gonna try and ultimately swing this guy down there. I think somewhere around here might find it. It's a little firm, I think, but line looks decent. Oh, a little short. Or by short, I mean low. But 2 putts for birdie, always good. That windmill looks familiar. Is this the course that we played for? No, never mind. Probably just the same asset. Pelham Downs. I was like, this isn't the course that we played for qualifier, but then I remember that's Keg Farm. Very much so a different course. 264, 270s, 280s. You might be able to just like... You may be able to just send this guy. I don't know if this is gonna hold the green. That's not a good input. That's the distance, but you gotta be over to the left. What's going on, Mean Bubbles? Is this against other players? It is. It is. So it's set up as an online tournament. Everybody plays their rounds separately, but it compiles everything onto a shared leaderboard. So you'll kind of see as we go through the round, it'll show some glimpses of other people's scores, and then at the end of the round, it'll show you against the whole leaderboard. Yeah, what's going on, Doctor? Welcome back, welcome back. So this is on a steep hill, and then kind of tough. And we're gonna be out the back. Yeah, but if I left that any shorter, I think we'd be in some serious trouble, so I can't say that I'm like ultimately too disappointed with my decision there. Alrighty. Play on PC, haven't seen that format. So this is societies. So if you go to the competitive tab and go to societies, all of those societies, whenever a tournament is run, that's how they behave. So technically we're I'm just warming up, so my scores won't actually get pulled for this. We're technically playing on what is called the TGC Tours. So if you go to that website, you'll find more information about it. It's master swing difficulty. But they have it set up that if you set everything up, you register for an account, you sign up for your platform, you do qualifying and stuff, it actually pulls scores cross-platform from the respective society on each one of those. So this is the TGC Tours Elite Tour. There's Platinum, Elite, Kinetic, and then Challenge Circuit A through L. So you kind of qualify in, and then as you do better or worse in tournaments, you can move up and down the leaderboard. We technically play in Platinum, which is the highest tour. Just doing some warm-up on Elite. And so your scores won't pull for any of the society ranks that you're not actually in. Doctor, it's because you didn't get in before the stream started. Oh no. RIP. Alright, we're gonna try and hit this wedge short and check it, I think. A little slow, but I think that's okay. It's not bad. Arguably a touch checkier than I'd like, but I'll stay up. Dang. Right, just a little low. Jay, thank you very, very much for choosing to use your Prime sub over here. I hope you enjoy your faces. Thank you kindly. Ooh, can we even go at this? Your meme bubbles on YouTube? Alright. Got it all connected in the mind now. Appreciate it, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And welcome to the Twitch stream. It's always cool to see people actually like cross over between the two. Okay, apparently where I hit that is just gonna roll back for ages. Interesting hole. Interesting hole to say the least. Well, this sucks. This sucks, because I'm gonna hit a 206 club. This is... This is gonna end poorly. Come over left. Get down. Yeah, see, there's the... It's gonna go poorly. On the bright side, we weren't crazy off sideways where the real big roll-off is, but... Man, this is where you would putt it IRL, but I just don't have the pace control for it, so we're gonna try and give her the old, like, check and roll here. A little short. Gotta start it. Trying to find some PGA streams for a little while. Got 150 hours in. Recently allocated your level 50 skill points. Had no idea what you were doing. Yeah, it's kind of a funky thing too, because those skill points, a lot of them are fairly meaningless. Especially like the better that you get, a lot of those points just, they don't really do anything for you. Not even the better you get, the higher the difficulty you go into. Like the ones that give you extra timing or forgiveness. When you go up to like Master or Legend swing, the white doesn't move at all, so it gives you like more forgiveness on your misses, but it doesn't make your perfect window any bigger. And like some of them are just kind of straight up bad, or you're never gonna trigger them type of deal. So yeah, I'm hoping in the next game that they make that a little bit better. Get in there, Deuce. 8E. 9E is next. Or if it's in proper hex, I guess 8F would be next. But I hope you continue to enjoy your faces, dude. Hope all is well. Getting prepped and ready for Christmas, yeah? It's almost here. Don't tell me that you're like working on Christmas or anything like that. Tell me you guys are close. 31, 20, it's not 17. I think you just give it a little bit though. I don't think you actually have to throw too much. Well, I underhit it. That's gonna turn out really nice, actually. Apparently the subconscious knew exactly what I wanted. Always enjoy your faces. It's better than enjoying your feces. Streamer, why did you have to go there? I don't know. Do not know. If we went full send, you would need the tailwind to be stronger. You would definitely need the tailwind to be stronger to pull that off. Not open on Christmas, you are on Christmas Eve though. Why not enjoy Por qué no los dos? You know, if it makes you happy, then that's all that matters. That took a little bit more of a kick. Trying to see the break. My brain is struggling to comprehend. Because I'm also like running into this thing, if I start to visualize it and I'm like either way over the hole or way under. Come on, brain. Do your thing. Nothing like taking more time to look at it, continually readjusting, and still missing it just under the hole. Just trust your initial read and go for it. I feel like with these putts, I get myself in trouble. So is Christmas Eve your normal shift then? Like, are you on evening? Do you guys close early, or is it like regular hours? It's nice that you have Christmas off. That's at least good. Is this gonna have too much roll is the question. I think it's gonna roll all the way off. Yeah, it's just like you're taking the hybrid in, so I don't know what else you do there. I thought I read it right. Oh man, okay. Right now it's a normal shift, 10 to 8, gotta play it by ear. If it's dead by like 4, you're out. Because what, you have somebody under you, right? So store will still be open, but you can be like, yeah, we don't need 2 of us. Or do you have the authority to just close up shop? Or they work the same day? Okay, okay. I didn't know if you guys were like both on or how that worked. I guess that's gonna be alright. That's just 4 to 8 when he comes in, got it. Are we actually, are we gonna eagle the 18th? Alright. A little bit slow coming in, but still a 12 under warm-up round, not too shabby. And I would think that 12 under in Elite is decent pacing. I mean, you've got some good score in there, but 12 should be comfy. Alright, so what we're gonna do here is we are gonna take a quick little break. Be back in about 3 minutes, and then we will get right on to the Platinum Tour round 1. So appreciate y'all being here. If you have not already followed the Twitch, sub to the YouTube. That goes a long way for me, and I would greatly appreciate it. So we'll roll some ads here. Jay, thank you for the follow. Yeah, we'll take a quick break here, roll the ads so that people don't get hit with pre-rolls. Nobody's gonna miss a thing. We're just gonna take a little water bathroom stretch break. I recommend you do the same, and we'll reconvene in 3. Ads. Alrighty. As I say, if things are gonna load for us, that would be great. Alright, so we got the DJ Cup at Running Water. I'm curious to see how much of this course like we remember and how much has been tweaked from the last time that we've played it. So we got high winds out of the south and defaults all around. So we got firm, normal, and fast greens. Let's get after it. I don't suck toes. I don't. How'd you know? Thank you for the follow. Alright, so if we take the drive here, that's going to feed us down in the valley and give us a decent number coming in, so I think we're going to go after it. A little bit fast, hold it up against the wind. It's firm fairways, but I think we've hit it in a spot where we should be safe. I would just rather come down here and have the shorter approach shot into the green. Because now we're on, now we're able to take a wedge. Taking a wedge instead of having to deal with anything else is just a really nice thing. Alright, high winds. We're looking at a fairly mild amount of low winds up the hill here, but there's a few yards and we're gonna need definitely a few more. Kick left. Nice little release down towards the hole. Lovely. Alright, let's see if we can't get in here with a birdie on the first. It looks pretty straight, but I'm going to take nothing for granted, nothing at face value. Alright, it is dead straight. Now, I think the concept there is actually just ball placement, and then they give you a pretty easy putt if you sit it into the right part of the green there. So very, very nice. Now we could get aggressive. We can carry it over and go into this ditch and then just have a pitch towards the back, or we lay it back and leave ourselves with a full wedge. I don't think either is particularly bad, but I am leaning just a bit towards the big dog here. I think I'd just rather have the short shot. Because I feel like it also just avoids some of the complications. If I miss down here, then I have a short shot out of rough. I'd rather that than a long shot out of rough if I miss. Master difficulty, a big leap from pro. So this is the big adjustment here. The size of your perfects really shrinks, especially on your tempo. That, and we also play with no swing meter, which I actually think no swing meter is more intuitive. But that's just one of those things that takes a little bit of time to get used to. I personally think that Master is like the best blend of challenge and still ease of accessibility. I feel like when it goes to Legend, the balance just isn't quite there for what I think it should be. I hit that so fast. I hit that so fast because I let myself get psyched out by the fact that the aim initially was botched. So like the power was partialed, and then Didn't like fully reset myself. It's okay. This is still definitely a makeable putt. There we go. Making the adjustments from earlier where we're missing some of those on the low side. Alright. Big dog needs to eat. We need to make sure that we are to the side of that tree. I hope the big dog doesn't find the rough. Get left. Oh, yes. Down beyond the tree. Oh, baby. That leaves us 253. Now this all feeds. It's very tough to get the exact line back here. 218 to 21 maybe. We can probably get out into the 230s with that club, which is more than fine. The question becomes, you actually try and take it up here and like bank it over, which is honestly something to consider. It's 166s. 18. I think if you get it properly on the right hand side, you can get the roll that you need, but we kind of have to hit the overpower here, I think. Come on, kick left. It's gonna stay too high, I think. We could get lucky here. If this feeds back down. Oh, incredible. Oh, absolutely incredible. Take that all day long. I mean, it's the right concept. Hung it further right than I wanted it to be, but yeah, apparently that doesn't matter. That is absolutely pristine. All right, well, that's a start. That is certainly a start. Oh, that's interesting. So you can lay this up into here for like a 9-iron to the front, or you could be so bold. Let's see here, because that's actually re-elevated, so you are definitely getting 317, 321, and you've got some wind. I think if you were like a true overpowerer of the ball, then you could get yourself down there and be pitching. Oh, not the slow. Not the slow. That's a terrible input. Okay, I've created trouble for seemingly no reason. I don't know what that input was, but that was bounce as bad as it gets, Deuce. Bounce as bad as it gets. I think this is gonna end poorly, to be honest. Wow, it carried beyond the flag. This thing's gone, right? I put full shape to try and stop it, I think if we had clubbed down and just let it go, I just think the angle was always our issue here. All right, so we can still be 4 through 4 so long as we are reasonable on this putt. I think we just have to take our medicine. Take our medicine, envision the ball coming in from there. And then we just sink the putt and we go 5 through 4. I hit it hard. Oh. That may have actually gone in if I didn't hit it. If I didn't over hit it there. Either way, 4 through 4. Perfectly content. Perfectly content with that. So here, I think you just take it down. Actually, I'm not even gonna do it that way. I'm gonna play it with some cut. That still feels too high, but maybe the uphill is good. Okay. So I didn't want to play the D-loft because I've definitely had times where we've over D-lofted and you start to end up in some trouble there. Okay. Sand wedge pitch. Think we're gonna give the D-loft here and just try and take some trouble out of the way. Come on, get up. Oh my word. D-lofted it and it still almost was too short. Pretty heavy left to right break in here. So I always get concerned about stuff like that because I think it's gonna snap and then keep turning. It didn't turn. The snap didn't happen. Gosh darn. Alright, well. I don't know if that was one of those ones where it actually got like less break as we went out to the side. That may very well be the case. 49. But it's definitely gonna land short. I hit that too fast. Dang. It's gonna land in the bunker. Wow, I overplayed the shape on that. Not seeing the putt strength seems to be the biggest challenge. So if you watch me do those like practice pullbacks, I'm feeling for the vibration. So then you just kind of try and line up the timing of that. But yeah, it definitely is a tough thing, but the vibration certainly helps. You play with mouse. So one thing that you can do is you can do practice swings and try and find the perfects. It is a bit tedious for sure. But you know, you can take those practice swings because when you get the white, you know, it's a perfect, and do it that way, and then over time you'll just get more familiar with where the percentages are. You know, kind of use like your character as a reference point. Can do it that way. There are some top tier players who play on keyboard and mouse. Driver seems to be going as far as your 3-wood now. Should definitely try and max out your driver distance in my opinion. make it so those fittings just are like pretty much raw power on the driver. Because it sets up the rest of your bag, right? The further you can drive it. At least that's the way I like to play it. Alright, come on. We started hot. But we can't let that get away from us. We gotta capitalize. Alright, get off the par train. It's still 5 through 7, so like the eagle really doing work. Alright, this is just full send. What is my brain doing? It's malfunctioning, that's what's happening. Look at that swing line, look at that tempo. I mean, getting a lucky bounce on the course. I gotta focus up on the swing though, like can't. I don't know if there's like a mental checkout that's happening or what, but. Okay, so sandwich pitch, you could hit it onto this slope and try and roll it down to the hole, or you could probably do what the smarter thing is and just try and like check the gap wedge. Almost hold it. I like the check play there, because then you don't bring in all the like did I account for enough rollout and everything. Just try and stick it close. 213, and then it's a little bit of wind in, and I think that's the problem, because this would be 201, a little bit of wind, all of a sudden trying to land a 5-iron into this slope and hope that you get it up. I mean, 4-iron is certainly long, but also yeah, this is the tough part, is it might just roll out the back. Maybe this slope is enough to keep it on. Love to see that. Okay. Just have to make sure that we get this little bit of braking action at our feet taken care of. We'll just hit this firmly so we don't have to really worry about it. Yo, what's going on, Victories? We had a pretty solid start. Lost my swing for a few holes there, but coming out the gate swinging. I don't know, can you reach it? Because that's 321. 330s, but it's really effectively like 313. Which is kind of right at this bunker, which is the menace of it all. But I think if we can manage some sort of overpower, we might be good. It's only 102, but it should be enough to clear it. I just don't think we're gonna get all the way back there. Dang, it just hangs out. I guess we would have fed off the green on the other side, so. Totally backspin it. And I think it's something like this. It's almost something like that. I mean, I'm mostly concerned about making sure that the thing stays, so yeah, the fact that we don't get it to the hole is pretty expected. We're gonna land it like here with the pitching wedge. That's the strike. It's out here. Kicks to the right. It's a little deep. Maybe not. Maybe not deep. That's really good. I think sometimes when it takes the big bounce still, I just like lose all faith that the spin I put into the shot is gonna hold. There we go. Yeah, I don't know what happened to the swing on those couple holes in the middle. Could be on for like a really good round had I not botched those. But honestly, we could be on for an eagle putt here, so can't really be having too many concerns. 145, I mean, getting a couple back up the hill, so not as much. Somewhere like here. Yeah, what's going on, Seb? Happy holidays, Book. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Alright, if this... Just don't want to go too far to the right, I don't think. I hit it a little bit slow. Okay, so that pushed us out a little bit to the right. I over-adjusted the aim. Gave us a little bit more carry than I was banking on. Just a little bit of right to left movement here. Is there actually left to right movement at the start of this putt? I guess kind of. Not really yet. I mean, just like a touch. There we go. All right, Eagles on 3 and 12. Yeah, Seb, I think playing courses that I've played before must on some subconscious level be a good thing for me. Yeah, what's going on, HQ? Nice waypoint there, McTrees. Degrees are bright. I know the pond thawed. Global warming. I took driver off the tee, right? Why am I so far? Tell me I took driver off the tee. Did I mess something up? Why am I so far away here? I mean, I guess this is the Plat experience. I did hit driver, okay. Just making sure. Okay, it's just, this is a par hole. Got it. Straight on accuracy, I think, is more important. It's a crap lie. I don't want to play backspin because of the wind. 258. Yeah, it's sub 250 and then wind. It's short of the green. I think you have to play driver off the deck, and then that's 240 straight up, so you play a little bit off. Yeah, this just kind of is ass. Hit it fast. It's gonna stay right, or stay left rather. Alright, I mean, this isn't like the worst place to be. Close. Alright, that's a hole that I think everybody's okay to take par on. There's a lot here that I feel like are just, you have to risk the over. Like, you have to take the cover with the driver, as much as it might flirt with some danger. Because if you don't, like, the approach length is so long. So, like, this is... It's only a few yards off, so then you take it just a touch off of that so that it all kind of sits and sticks quite nicely. Oh, I slowed it. Yep, and that's now where we've overshaped it. Okay, interesting. I just caught more of that little side wind. The up the hill is the part that really gets these. Because they don't really come back over to the left as much. That came out a little bit short. Oh, I was trying to lower the camera to look. I started pulling the putt back instead. Hey, how much does putts break? Alright, 13, 14, I feel like those are okay to take the par on. I'm a little bit more annoyed at missing the green on that hole, though, than the one before that. 156. This is definitely going to carry long enough, so we need to take a few yards off. Kind of check the swing, or check the spin. It's on a decent line. It's a little bit left, but fairly cozy. Let me take the freaking camera down. Stop trying to take the putt game. My goodness. I'm like trying to lower the camera to take a look at it, and the game is just immediately trying to get my putt going. Alright, we got par 4, par 5, and then I think I remember that par 3. The par 3 kind of sticks in my head on the 18th. I like the candy cane waypoint out there. Do you go for that drive? I mean, it certainly gives you tight window, but it certainly gives you a better club and angle. Now I hit that quite fast, so this could be problematic. We're gonna get away with it. Not sure what got a hold of me there with that swing, but now we get to play the wedge game. Gotta take 12 yards off of this. Maybe like 11. This is realistically gonna hit out into the wind. So we should be able to manipulate it. This guy's got a little bit of stop doing that. I'm just trying to turn. This guy's got a bit of slide action. I almost fell for the slide. Alright, 516. I mean, you're just gonna try and get every little bit of this that you can down into that fairway. Little slow. That's gonna end up heavy rough, I think. Benefit though of going for it, I suppose, is that you do still potentially get a chance out here. 90, and that's 200, 180. This 5-iron might still be able to go. There's also the chance that if we just like try and take this more to the right and then guarantee ourselves like the long uphiller instead of putting ourselves in the bunker, could do that. I wasn't sure if we would get the clearance on the bunker or not. Obviously, their hindsight's 2020. Like we could have just cleared it and given ourselves a really nice spot, but I think somewhere like here. I mean, we take it. Obviously, it's not an eagle, but we still take a birdie out of there. And now we've got the 18th par 3. The fun pin location is this one, which I think is round 4. 177. You take 196, 188. This is a bit long, the 6 iron. Don't think you... Realistically, I don't think you have to like do anything too crazy with this 6 iron, because even though it's a little bit long, you have that backstop. I'm still gonna take a little bit off of it. I probably played it in between the two things that I should have. I should have either not touched it or played a little bit more loft on it. But instead I put myself where you're directly behind it and it doesn't roll back. So good job me, because I played everything else about that shot great. Hit the tempo, had the exact line for that wind. A little bit off the right to left. Kind of a weird valley, could do anything. Yeah, so realistically, it's like, what happens at the start? All right, well, that's a solid first round. Take 15 under. Alrighty. Getting the tournament started mighty fine. Alright, so we'll try and... I mean, it would be nice if we could double that up. But yeah, it looks like we're kind of out there with the best of them. Freaking huge sum of people tied at 15 under, though. Like an actual boatload. What the heck does the website look like then on a Monday? Because that's the weird thing too. 17 under is leading it through one. Got a few 16s, and then there are 11 people tied at T7, 15 under. I guess make that 12 people. It's gonna be a shootout kind of cut line, huh? Because T47 through 1 is 11 under, so you double that up and that's a 22 under cut on Monday, and that's not even gonna have everybody playing. Very scared you'll miss the cutscene. Then what did you get to, Seb? What did you get to, man? 25 under through 2? No, you should be fine at 25, but yeah, I think it'll if there's a consistency there, it's gonna double up to 23, 24. I think 25 should be safe. It would be kind of ridiculous if that doesn't make it, but it does feel like it's gonna be a low cut. Your number was 26. I think round 2 is arguably easier. Well, that means I'm gonna do worse, because that's just how it goes. But I'm just glad to have like stable footing through the first round, so that the second round doesn't have to be like the craziest round to make it in. Round 3 is the real fiesta. What did you do, McTrees? Huh? What did you do to round 3? Oh, was this the week that people were talking about like a 40-something being like looking for something in the 40s in one of the rounds? You shot 53 with 5 par 5s when playtesting round 3? Okay. Okay, so round 3 is pure shootout. I got it. Got it. Alright. So I think what we're gonna do here, we're gonna take a quick break, stretch, reload in between rounds here. So everybody take a quick break. We're gonna roll some ads, kill the pre-rolls. Nobody's gonna miss a single thing. I'll be back here in 3 minutes and we'll hit up round 2 of Plat. So thank you all for being here. And yeah, if you have not followed the Twitch or subbed to the YouTube, I would greatly appreciate it. BRB. Ads. You recall the par 3s have some really long tees while the rest of it's really short? Yeah, and par 3s just inherently have less forgiveness on it. But yeah, 54 to 5,500 yards. Christmas present for those who make the cut. Well, I'll try and, I guess, earn my Christmas present. Whoops, I don't know why I'm backing out. We're in the right society already. Better proximity stats? Could swear your proximity from 200 plus is better than 130 to 160 proximity. I don't think we'll ever get like as detailed of statistics as I would like, but I wish they would give us at least a little bit more. Like the fact that it's your putts are in 5 foot increments and then it's just 10 and above. It's like, okay, was I missing, like was I just outside of like 25 feet all the time, or was I missing 11 to 15 footers, 15 to 20 footers? Like, so medium winds, white tees, very firm, normal and moderate. All right, so the greens slow down, but the fairway points on this course definitely add 100, 150 to the card. Yeah, because like there are definitely some ones where you can you can cut things out a little bit for sure. All right, round 2 is off and running. Water. Don't go in the grass. I don't need my memes to be punished. Waypoints to make some holes look longer than they play. Deception. Let's see here. One. It's almost pin high before the wind even comes into play. Should effectively put us here with the 8-iron, and it's a little bit less runny. I really gotta stop with the running jokes. I might have gone too far. Moderates. It's moderates. Stop. Okay. It's like that. You like play the shot being like, yeah, moderate greens. It's not gonna run a lot, and then just instantly it's like, I don't know. I don't know that it's gonna stop. Please stop. Don't go. Don't go, Jack. Never let go. Though pins are easier on this one, you have to earn your score. I mean, that's one thing on like this first hole in both rounds here is like the putt that's given to you is fairly kind both times. But you need to get your, it's all about approach, and then it's a fairly easy putt. Which I do appreciate when you're actually rewarded for accuracy. I feel like some courses just, they don't reward you for accuracy. You can hit a great shot and still have like a 6-foot bender. Alright, we'll take the lob wedge. Got a little bit of wind. Ball's gonna come out to the right, and a little wind to drift us. I hit that fast. As was clearly intended. Well, sometimes you just mishit it the right way. I suppose you still want to go from the right-hand side. I hit it slow. It's not the right-hand side I wanted. Knucklehead. I mean, it was even with 300 yards. I guess you're not... I guess you're not really... Oh, come on. Didn't play that short enough. Real nice, Colby. Good job. Way to pay attention. Way to freaking pay attention, dude. And then it's actually not as slow as I thought. It just came out like a missile to the right. And now down the hill. Cool. Just absolutely wasting away at the hole. Yep. That would have been funny though. Alright, we're gonna par the par 5. That would have been hilarious. Alright, let's just get back on track. I tried to go for the overpower. I don't think we could have made it there in 2 anyway. But then I didn't take my time on the approach shot and like put myself back into the rough, and that's just basically what you cannot do. Plain and simple. Now 8 iron, 170. Probably back out towards that 175 mark. So you gotta take a little bit off of it. Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good with the moderate and everything. I think that is gonna be just fine. I want to err just a little bit, right? So I mean, great distance control. The lie really won the battle there. Like, really won the battle there, holy cow. Very, very strong break. Not as much at that last tiny bit. But that doesn't matter because it's already gonna be low by that point. Right, get back on. No creating the par train here. What is it's over 9,000 redemption? So you redeem 9,001 points, which is, you know, obviously over 9,000, and then that's it. Points are gone. It's more of a flex if you are impatient to save up for like the Discord color, because two people have redeemed the Discord color. Obviously the dab is a meme that you will never acquire, so it's really like, do you want the Discord color or do you want to use the smaller point redemptions? Otherwise it's just a waste your points button. We take things very seriously around here, McTrees. You're halfway to being the third person, Doctor. Get in there. Yeah, I think Luis and Kara both have it. Join the Discord, by the way. You know, I've kind of moved a bit away, I would say, from I moved a bit away from using Twitter as my like announcement hub. I'm pretty much just gonna use Discord. I feel like it's the most hubified. No, I've never had it and I want it so bad. McTrees, you almost gifted me my first ever Ace Atross. Just gonna use your points as a flex instead of redeeming for over 9,000. Discord color flexes, you just change it every so often. Oh man, yeah, so 2K21, 2K23, I have never had an Ace Atross. That is one thing that escapes me. Mayhaps one day I will like actually play easy enough courses to get it. Yeah, I have a few Albies, Seb, and I have a lot of aces. I do not have an Ace Atross. I didn't hit that the way that I wanted. Don't think the wind's strong enough, yeah. Tempo, align, and mathematical approach, think one would go in? No, they're all like that. I've never had one rim off either, so... maybe. I may have had one lip. But they're normally like, if they are anything, they're gonna be like that last one was, and just kinda... flirting. Steam. Here's one in at 784 miles per hour. Maybe that's the problem. It's also, you know, I'd be curious to see what my number of courses or like rounds played is. Because like the other thing is I pretty much just play TGC courses, and TGC courses are inherently harder. So I think just generally speaking, there's less likelihood. Oh, that's kind of stinky. 93. 82. 79. Be back here. What to do, what to do, what to do. 89. A little fast, but I'm hoping the bite on this even out of the rough. Yeah, I don't know. There's not much more that I can do there, I don't think. Round 3, I have a chase for an Nissan door? Does that mean I have another putt for Albatross opportunity? Look at this nice little wrinkle McTrees is cooking up for us. I love that. I think it breaks to the left and the right, right over the middle of the putt. It's really, really cool. Both of those, actually. Yeah. Love that. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna miss this regardless of what I do, so... Yep, there's the fire to the right instead. But if I aim it at all to the left, it's gonna miss to the left by the same amount. That's great. I love that. Spicy brushing. Maybe that's why you have to work for it, Seb. Maybe that's why. Get her down there. Downhill lie. It's gonna be May. No, it's gonna be out there. Wind's gonna bring it. It's gonna fire out, so you take a little bit off. Oh, that's on target. Alright. We like bowls. It's 134s though, so that's always like the funky thing of how much is this gonna roll back. 35-foot proximity. Hit and hope putts. Hit and hope's not fun. I like playing, you know, statistical odds in my favor. 71. 60. Well, this is kind of flirting like right at it. Gets you an ace of trust though, yeah. I guess there are some sacrifices that need to be made. Alright, so big break at the start, and then it settles down, and then it straightens out. Okay, a couple of things there. It broke more, and it somehow dropped at that speed. I don't really know how that last part happens. But we'll take it. I guess just enough of the ball was in play over the cup. It's 16 uphill to there, which means it's not going to be as much. Yeah, we'll have to look after the round at like what our stats are on this game as far as aces and albies go. We definitely flirt with them quite a bit. We only hit them every once in a while, but I suppose that's kind of how it's supposed to go. I actually think I'm going to hit this stock. The Sixers won a game. I actually don't know what the Spurs are even. This is gonna come out left. Wind is gonna bring it back right. I'm gonna actually play it a little bit more right side favored just because of the way the green is. Had an Albie and Plat, but never an ace. Had a few intrusive though. We've had a good number in Plat actually, but that's also just statistically because that's the round I played the most rounds of Plat. You got one down in Elite, nice. And then immediately after, the Flyers lose big to the Penguins. Just a bunch of mediocre teams, so. Let's see here, 153. It's like a few yards short, right? It's a few yards short. Give it a little bit. Oh, come on, Colby. What are you doing? What are you doing? That was a terrible input. We were rocking and rolling. And then I overthought whatever the heck was going on there. Break in. Too much pace. All right, well, that was... I felt like we had a good chance at that. I just apparently didn't swing. It's just like sometimes we have those sorts of rounds. Or not rounds. We're having a good round, but have those sorts of swings where you just let it get away from you. Alright, let's try and get this there. Baby fast. That's gonna end up in the bunker, isn't it? What's crazy there is like, I guess I thought the wind was gonna do more. On the bright side, I think if we cleared it... No, I guess if we cleared it, we would have been able to get it on. Now we just have to play it safe. Okay, well, the eagles are there when you hit the overpowers, but like McTrees was saying, he said about like 105s and 95s, which I guess is for round 3, but I don't have 105 in the bag. That's kind of the issue I have. Like I play a lot more for the accuracy component. So like I know some people have it in their arsenal. To just overpower things. My overpower is like I can sometimes pull out like a 103, 104, but for the most part I'm just like a repetition guy at like that 100, 101. A little bit of movement, and then most of the movement is at the end of the putt, which leads me to believe this should swing right at the end. That's kind of tight, but a birdie's a birdie. I don't think we really are going to be too particular. I always get scared when the tempo is just off in general. 196, 190-ish. I guess we're kind of looking at 6 iron out about pin high here, or if you take it a little bit back, you hit it in and hope it checks. This is gonna fire right though, or left. I keep saying right when I mean. There we go. There's the strike at the front of the green. Now it's gonna hit the fairway and bounce. Well, it's technically a green and reg. It's not the nicest putt. So this is full on feel. This is full on feel and a whole lot of break very early on. These are the kind of putts that Seb. All right, Seb. What's the read here? That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Broke just a little bit more. Let's see here. 317. Oh, that's tight, but I think you can do it. .102 baby slow should ride the wind beautifully. Made a putt on that green from 55 foot left of it. Yeah, the less times we have to put ourselves into those hit and hope putts, the better. Yeah, I know you seem to like them. Yeah, all the power to you. A little fast. Just gonna take it a little long is all. Yeah. That's the only real downside of that was the extra few feet we were gonna get. If I hit that perfect or a little bit more to the right but shortened, then you got an uphill putt. If you could hit it to 3 feet every time, you would come learn. Study at my school and make your rounds take 10 times longer. I've heard of Code Academy, now you've got Kolb Academy. Make putts. Freaking Stives put up a 19 this round. Stud. The ability of some of these guys to just like not miss their tempo, that's the biggest thing for me, is like I'm very good at hitting my like stuff that I want. I underhit it, I slowed it, we're gonna be short right. Oh, fortunately that feeds in the right direction. McTree's rewarding us with flattishness. I think he is. There's a little bit of break. No, I think it's those guys at the top have like an incredible ability to consistently hit inputs, which is one thing that they do a little bit better over me. I think I have pretty good inputs, but it's their ability to make putts within like a larger radius. I'm getting a little bit better, but I mean the ability of these guys to just like make some of the make that 15 to 20 foot range more often, and then also I struggle with the like left to right wins and lies. Like I get them right, but I also get them wrong a lot. Terminator, yeah, well that helps. But that's not everybody, right? I mean, not everybody's rocking the Terminator swing. Or are you just referring to Lindsay and not the swing itself? See this gap, I'm like... I try and run the gap wedge up. Oh, underpowered. Colby. It's gonna come back down. Had it, and I just told you 18 months ago they were all learning it, now they're all good. I mean, it could be. I don't... Not everybody streams, and I don't watch all of the streams, so... Kinda hard to say. I'm just out here doing the same old, Seb, I don't know. Never the best, but always pretty good. And that's kind of the land that I live in. You know, good enough to have some respect. Good enough to have some respect, not good enough though to be out here winning and like being talked about by other people of like, man, look at how good they're playing. We out here, we show up, we put our work in. That was fast. If it doesn't go in the rough, that's okay. If it goes in the rough, that's about as bad as it could be. Did that crest the ridge, or is that going to come back down towards the hole, or come back down towards the hole? Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Bank account looks good with that type of career. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, for years now, we've kind of lived in that. We peaked up in like the low 20s, but we kind of live in that like 30 to 40 WGR. It's kind of that some people know your name, you're not overly famous, you're not winning tournaments, but you're bringing home a paycheck almost every week. You know? So I guess the equivalent is like, you know, we're never gonna be top dog on Twitch on YouTube, but you know, we're gonna slowly grow, we're gonna slowly make our headway. You know, we'll get a small fan base going. Just kind of live our lives. Make things happen. Never been top 20. No, I think we peaked at 21, maybe, in 2K21. We can pull it up after this, see where we peaked at. I think it was 21. Yeah, no, I've always been like mid-20s to 30s, depending on how hot of a streak I go on. I'm good, I'm not that good. It's kind of the weird world we live in. Alright, so this is a few yards long, so you gotta bring it back, and then you just gotta slam the brakes on it. So it's like clear the ridge. I hit a bad swing tempo. I just backed out of it. Just absolutely backed out of it. Alright, well. Need to give it a chance. Well, that was way short. Holy cow. That was way short. Top 25 every week? Nah. I don't think so. I will look it up. I don't think I'm that consistent. Not top 25. Alright. I mean, that's a solid start to the tournament. Didn't give ourselves a chance there on 18 with a bad input. A couple of bad swings through 2 rounds, but a 15 and a 14. We are looking pretty solid there. Love to see that. Yeah, like, and you look at it and there's a 34, 31, 30, and then us, so we out there for certain. Actually, we'll leave this spot up here. And then, yeah, let's bring up, let's bring up the old results and see what we can or cannot find. TGC Tours. We're gonna do some old digging here for Seb. See how good we once were. All right, so historically, this was our rise. So we got the game for the first time, and we broke into the top 30 for the first time here in May of 21, and then kind of there's a 22. Oh, we did get inside the top 20. There you go, Seb. For like 3 weeks. 19, 19, 19, and then we fell back out. We were in the low 20s, and then the end of 2K21 came back. We're kind of in that same boat, right in the low 20s. And then right here where this starts to fall off, I had a kid and I stopped. I had my kid around here, but we stopped playing the game back here in preparation for le child, and then I just didn't play. And I think I started to play. We played some like True Sim and stuff, but I wasn't playing Plat. So we tanked down here, and then we've been playing, and we've kind of slowly risen back up. We peaked in the low 30s, and then I took some time with vacation and moving and everything, and we've fallen now into... We dropped back to 40, but this week, the way things are going should help. So that answers that, at least. I did actually crest into the top 20 once upon a time, but yeah, for the most part, it was kind of like flirting with the low 20s. As far as like actual results, okay, this season's not. Let's go back last season. By the end, 45, 5, 5, 38, 81, 63, 19, 37, 11. Like, we definitely crest up into that top part enough, but we also have weeks where we drop out into the 30s and beyond. It's just not consistent enough to put me up into the 20-something. I guess if we looked back at Plat in 21 when we were doing it. 42, 41, 81. These were the first ever weeks in Plat. 46, 5, 34, 6, 4, 16, 11, 95, 11, 41, 44, 5, 3, 11, 15, 20. Like, that's the streak that must have put us up into the top 20. Yeah, because that's that May. But then, like, a missed cut. T47, miscut, T23, oh, you know what? This is where, like, red fast nerfs and weird stuff started to go on. I like kind of lost my swing, and I wasn't even playing red fast, but I kind of lost my swing for a bit, and then we rallied back at the end of the season to make the tour championship. It's been 3 weeks at 18, nowhere near a streak that good. Yeah, it's like, that was a really strong stretch in here to catapult. I mean, even through here, there's like a miscut and a couple of rough weeks, but like mostly high. And even, yeah, just like looking at, not this season, we had 37 and then didn't play, show up, top 40, didn't play. And then right now we're sitting pretty. End of last season, that was really good. It's the miscuts that like start to throw a wrench, like if you don't have a good 2 rounds to open it. But 19, 37, 11, yeah, I would say that like we're not like a consistent top 25 finisher. We definitely peak into that. Very consistent inside the top like 40, I would say. Yeah, it's just that like on average I am a terrible putter, although like if we look at our stats from this tournament, I think we're doing a little bit better. That's one thing that I've been starting to do a little bit better at, is even if my shots are off, you know, like we're 16.7 foot proximity through 2 rounds. Yeah, 100% inside 10 feet and 50% outside, which for me, 50% outside is massive. New game was October of 22, because I was in Plat. I qualified into CCA. I was in CCA for 3 weeks, Kinetic 3 weeks, Elite 3 weeks, and then we made it to Plat by December of 2020. That season ran through 2021, and then the next season was the pro season in 2020, end of 21 to 22. And then October of 22, 2K23 came out. And then I think the season started like a month or so after that. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that did anything too crazy. Like just looking at our stuff there. I mean, this was like ranking wise and stuff. Yeah, so November of 22, I lost a little bit of ground because I qualified into Elite 2K23 and I didn't quite click right away. So I qualified into Elite, and then we made it up to Plat, and we started to work our way back up. And then somewhere in here I stopped playing. Let's see here, season 23? Yeah, so we stopped playing. I missed the cut. Something's not right about that. Like end of February, early March, which is like right here. So we started to fall off a little bit, just those couple weeks beforehand. I guess I had some really good finishes because there's still some top 25 stuff going on. I mean, we came out the gate hot. We were almost top 25 every week when this game came out, or when we moved up to Elite, because I technically had, or moved up to Plat because I technically had Elite. 742, 2118, just consistently enough at the top to move up. And in 2K21 38, so maybe you're just better than you thought you were? I think you are better than you think you are. Yeah, then we showed up a little bit here. I think we played Trusin though. So when I took off from the 6th of March, came back like 3 months later. I was still playing a little bit. Look at that. We took off, we won. We took off and we won again. T2. And took a bunch of time off, came back T7 after not playing the game for 3 months. Not bad. Apparently we should... True Sim just makes me look a lot better at the game. That's the thing. True Sim just always makes me look a lot better at this game. Although this number Seven second places, 0 wins in 2022. Just the runner-up guy in True Sim. But I've never finished in the top 2 in Plat. I think I've maybe had. Oh no, what's our best Plat finish? I've definitely had some top 5s. Okay, this apparently does not want to refresh. Yeah, the tour ID, not a number, 2024. That'll get you where you want to go. All right, let's refresh this. There you go. Let's see, 7, 7, 5, 5. Did we have? I feel like we had better than a 5 before. Maybe not. Maybe it's just a bunch of 5th places. That was the pro season. 5? 4. T4. T3? Okay. Yeah, T3 best finish in Plat. I've never mustered anything better than that. But a lot of times, as is prevalent, like there. Actually, this one was like a start slow, finish really strong. This one was a not finish as strong as I needed to at the end. But a lot of times that's mental. If I become like aware of how I'm doing, it's really hard for me to keep my swing composure. True Sim, you went on a streak of 5, 6, 10, 3, 6, 3. Thanks for watching my streams every week back at the start of the game. Hey, you are very welcome. Not making a cut in CCA, then coming 18th in the pro event to Elite, then not making a cut in Elite. yeah, the red fast nerf really threw a wrench into things. I'm curious to see like swing wise what happens in 2K25 or whatever the next one ends up being called. We've got 4 eagles through 2 rounds. People that have finished here, they've got 8 total, so we're on pace. It's a lot of birdies to be had, but it sounds like round 3 is very forgiving. Wow. Look at Snowda. Double bogey, triple bogey. Not the leaderboard you want to be on, Snowda. Not the leaderboard you want to be on. One of those events, Skid and I pipped you after you led rounds 1, 2, and 3. Yeah. I don't know. There is a part of me that kind of wants to go back and play more True Sim. Like, I enjoy it. It's just, it's a hard one because I don't think it's like as good of a viewing experience, just like in the most general sense. So that's where I like struggle with it, because like I think that True Sim is like a really fun time, but it's a slow round. You have to like really think your way through it, and I think because of that, it just becomes a little bit more boring to people like in general. I wanted to we were gonna take a look at the stats. Let me see here. So let's take a look at our overall stats here. So we have 14 aces and 4 albatrosses in this game. But of those aces, I think most of them are in Plat, or at least a good number of them are. Let's go. This is like the first season, I think. I had 5 aces, and that was before I went on. This is before I went on paternity leave. I guess maybe I scored some after, but yeah, we were just rolling in aces. And then we had 3 more last season, so that's 8 aces in Plat. I don't think we have any yet this season. Okay, it's taking a little bit to refresh things. Yeah, 3 there, 5 there, and then it should be 0 here. Yeah, okay. So yeah, we have 8 plat aces, Seb. We have 8 plat aces. I don't... How many albatrosses did it say? 1... I don't think it refreshed. Really does not like to refresh to that. I think because it's loading. Oh, it is so lagged behind. So it's 1 there. No albies there. Okay, so yeah, 1 albie, 8 aces in plat, which is over half. 16-foot proximity on very high winds. Shot 6 under with 32 putts. Previous round 0 wind, 36-foot proximity, -11. Just really, really capitalizing on your opportunities, yeah. All right, let's see what our True Sim stats are. I did not play this season, so we got to go back to the OG season. One ace, 1 albie. Well, we had the putt for albatross, so that's what that is. And then 1 ace. I guess saying I have 26 victories. I guess that's 26 victories on. Actually, that number doesn't really make sense, because how could you have that many victories with 52 weeks? I think it's your favorite mode right now for that reason. Scoring is realistic, which is nice. My problem, Seb, with the legend part of it, I mean, I think we've had this conversation before. I think if the game was set up in a way where it really tried to reward you for hitting close to straight and it didn't just jump you off the line, then that would be really nice. But I think with the way it's set up now, like, legend just isn't really all that fun to me. Because it feels like it just incentivizes you to play for a push. Like, you already can in Master, and I think that that's kind of necessary, but it just feels even more that way on legend. At least to me, like adding that extra little bit, it's just like, it feels like, okay, well, 9 iron, like, I'm just gonna aim out here because it's so tight to hit that window. Right? Because, like, why wouldn't I go for this accuracy every single time? You know what I mean? Why would I put myself in a position on legend where it's like, if I hit, let me try and hit a straight. Like, that's not a bad swing plane, but you see how far left it starts, and then obviously the tempo's off. But the way I look at it is, like, if you are hitting straight, like, that's not a bad swing plane, right? But it is absolutely egregious when you're aiming straight for it and you barely miss both, and now you're Yeah, I think this is somewhere in the ballpark of like 12 to 15 feet, so you're 4 to 5 yards off the mark. That's part of playing golf. What is McTrees? A marker on course yardage on, or forget what was the number I'm looking for? Is it the A marker on that I'm looking for? Yeah. So the whole reason, like, in me knowing that that's 5 yards, like, that's just how you aim it. Working with imperfections in your swing path contact. Right, but I guess in my point being in a video game, it shouldn't be more optimal to manipulate it than to play for the way that the game is set up. Like that's where my whole argument stems from. Yes, Seb would just take the 50-foot proximity regardless. But yeah, my whole point being, if the game gives you this meter, right? Like it gives you a thing that you are supposed to be aiming for, right? White gives you exactly what you set out to do. It should incentivize you to play for that. But when it's restricted and your immediate miss is large, mathematically, like if I have this cone, or if I'm off a fraction, I am out to here and then it's marginal, why wouldn't I intentionally just go for the marginal and just inherently reduce my dispersion? Right, like obviously I put it back to master there, and hit a fast, but like it's just that dispersion concept of if you're able to hit your perfect window, like why wouldn't you? I don't know. That's just where my argument has always stemmed from. Like I understand that like the realism side of thing is like, I hit a natural, I hit a natural cut. So like a guy would play something like that, right? And be fairly on the mark because it's like, well, I hit it out to in and I slow it. Like I create that shape naturally. So therefore my accuracy, like I get that, but the game is not having you hit shots with your swing plane and tempo only. Like it's saying, hey, optimal is straight and perfect tempo. So like why is there no incentive around that? Because like that's not a bad swing, right? But the fact that you're immediately off, kind of in that 7-yard ballpark, like that's where the like frustration comes. So like I feel like the reason that the arguments kind of butt up against each other is because there's this like, this is what real golf is, and like you try and insert that into the game, which I get, but it's also video game golf, which makes it infinitely more repeatable and stringent, and like the game is always trying to guide you in a direction of like, this is what the right swing is. So when you're not rewarded for playing the right swing, that's where like the whole argument kind of goes haywire. Definitely means it's not esports ready. Well, it'll never be esports ready because 2K doesn't want to make the game be an esport game, which I don't quite understand. Like I think you could have a nice competitive scene and try and push it, but I guess it's probably too small of a market and too bland, so then they charge people to try and host their own tournaments because it's like, well, you're using our IP, so we're gonna be like Nintendo and suck. Because you don't know where the ball is going? Seb, come on, man. You've played the game enough. You should have at least a decent idea about where the ball is going. If we're like completely not sure where the ball's going, we got other issues going on. Don't think any golf game has figured out the right translation of IRL golf to swing in a virtual world with a controller. Well, how can you? A golf swing is inherently a 3D swing, right? Because you can hit a ball chunky, you can hit a ball thin, and then you can also hit it left, right, club face, open, close. My joystick, I can go. You have 2D trying to map 3D. Virtual golf, you can never chunk or thin it. You know, and realistically, with the way the refresh rates are and stuff, like, I think you're just inherently never going to capture all of it. But I think, I don't know, I think you can add some things, not for like the thin and chunky, but I wish that the actual, like when they gave you the rough lie percentage, I wish that you know how they showed the little symbol where like the ball is like in the rough, right? I wish that this, like where the ball was, actually moved, and it wasn't just like, oh, this is the number. That symbol would actually like indicate to you as the player how much kind of spin you would be able to get on the ball because of the lie. Like I think that's and like an advanced component that you could bring to the table with it. I think the way that 2K21 was a little bit better. It was less swing plane stringent. Like I wish what it was like within the white, you like instead of I think the way that it kind of works right now is you have your full gradients of, I guess you kind of have a couple different gradients, but I wish that your dispersion was even, and then within that white window you got perfect, and then instead of what I think they do now is as soon as you go outside the white, you go to where you would have been with if the perfect line like didn't exist. And I think you take that out and you chop it so that like once you're right outside the white, then you go to the next dispersion miss point, and so just barely missing outside of the line is just barely missing outside of your aim, and building it from there, it gives a little bit natural forgiveness but also incentivizes actually trying to swing straight. Because right now, with it being such a drastic jump, it's like, why do I even aim for this? Control the face angle at address and then swing your club relative to that face angle to impart spin. Target try to swing straight. Yeah, like that's kind of what EA did, right? Like if you tried to play a draw or a cut, you actually had to try and swing a diagonal line. I would probably end up being less likely to try and shape the ball and just play lofted, but like it's something to tinker with, and maybe that's just a setting, right? Like that's a difficulty setting or something that you go to. Play with numbers for a living and the non-engineer. I'm the software developer, so yeah, I think about this stuff maybe a little bit harder than most. 1 pixel perfect zone and the rest could be complete chance. Yes, Seb. Let's have it where if you are able to do what is realistically shouldn't be consistently possible, is to have a 0 deviation swing, then you should be rewarded for it. And then TGC will see that you're able to hit that and they'll ban you, so everybody will just be playing RNG. 'Tis the way. That is kind of the interesting thing with all of that, is like people want this push for Legend, but it's like if you can hit your swing consistently straight on Legend, then effectively you're cheating, at least by the way like the API would pick it up. You know, obviously there's all sorts of debates about legitimacy, about people's ability to hit straight, like that's a whole other conversation, but it's just funny being framed inside the world of TGC as like, there should be a Legend swing, and then it's like, okay, well if you can hit the swing that the game wants you to hit and actually execute it at Legend difficulty, you're probably gonna get popped by the API. It's like, okay. I just think the whole set of arguments and knock-on effects of it is just kind of like a funny little loop that things go through. API issue right now, and how much of it really is that the API is an issue? Like, I think it does a pretty good job keeping things in check. Yeah, I think there's obviously some imperfections to it, but as someone who has played a lot and tried with it, like the zero, like actual true zero deviation, the fact people hitting that enough, it does still feel a little bit odd just from personal experience. But I think for me, the fact that, yeah, like you have these non-stock controllers that don't flag anything on the API and are getting cleared and are clearly better than stock is definitely like an interesting piece to all of it. And it's like, if it doesn't pull anything fishy on the API end, like, then they're not gonna do anything about it. But yeah, it's definitely an interesting thing all around. But certainly arguments that I don't need to try and insert myself into. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is gonna do it for me. The keyboard and mouse revolution, I know. Need Palutena back out there. Alright, so we're gonna wrap things up for the evening. We're gonna go and say hello to Mr. CIA Bear. I hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas. If you have not already, I got a couple of favors to ask, Christmas favors, so to speak. Join the Discord. It's going to be the best place to keep up with when we go live. That's kind of our central hub of stream updates. So we'll be back on Thursday night. We'll play our rounds 3 and 4 of Plat. And follow the Twitch. Sub to the YouTube. Trying to get to 800 subs over on, or not, well, 800 is the midterm goal here. Trying to get to 1,000 subs. That's the ultimate goal. We are in the 780s right now. So every sub definitely counts. But yeah, we're gonna go say hello to Bear. We're gonna have a good Christmas. You're gonna have a good Christmas. We're all gonna have a good Christmas. Enjoy your Christmas Eves. Enjoy your Christmases. And we'll reconvene here on Thursday. Be on the look in Discord because I have time during the day, so maybe we'll stream. Probably not golf, just maybe some golf, maybe not. But we've got some time to stream during the day, so maybe some off-hour streams. And yeah, have a good one, everybody. Good night.